Hi guys, thanks again for coming to my channel. My name is Dragoș. You are watching Romania Dual Sport. I finally have the motorcycle. I have my 390 Adventure R 2025 model. It's here in my yard and I cannot believe it. I'm gonna make a video today. It's gonna be a really long one. I'm gonna separate it in chapters. So if you're interested in a specific section, go there to your chapter of interest and see what are the infos there. I'm gonna talk about the ergonomics, and then I'm gonna talk about the construction and the chassis. I'm gonna talk about electronics. I'm gonna talk about engine and lights, and within those chapters we're gonna have a lot of information. So if you're interested, and maybe a lot of people are, because a lot of people are waiting for this motorcycle, please stay with me. Now let's discuss about the ergonomics and about the riding position. Now I am 183 centimeters. I don't know what's that in inch, maybe 5'11", 5'12", I don't know. But I'm 183 centimeters, and let me tell you that the riding position is quite comfortable. Let me, right now, the bike is off the off the side stand. It looks like this. I can touch with both my feet down, and attention, I do not have anything modified with the rear shock absorber. It is as stock as it can possibly be, because I just brought it home. I can touch both my feet down, and now I have some I don't know, some sneakers, in some summer sneakers in the foot, and I suspect that wearing the motorcycle boots will be even better. I have a 32-inch inseam, and I am 96 kilograms, and this is the way I look on the motorcycle. And let me tell you, I rode yesterday 154 kilometers from Bucharest to here and around. I have never had cramped feet or the position of my knees. In my opinion, it's really good. I look like this with the position on the motorcycle. Yeah, so this is the ergonomics of the motorcycle, standing on it. Handlebar. The handlebar, while riding on the street, the handlebar is in a perfect position, but while standing, because this motorcycle has this shape, I'm forced to have the handlebars a little bit beneath me. So because this motorcycle has three positions, one in the middle, one closer to me, and one towards the display, I'm going to move the handlebar towards the display just to have a little bit of a better position while standing, because this is the problem. While standing, this motorcycle forces you to stand in a very aggressive position, and it seems to me that the handlebars are a little bit towards my belly, too much for my liking. Now, because many people are interested how do I reach the ground comparing to the 890. This is me touching with both feet on the ground on the 390. On the 890 I cannot do that, I'm tippy-toeing. So yeah, the 890, it's a little bit a taller motorcycle than this one, so be mindful of that if you purchase this motorcycle. In terms of comfort, so I've ridden 2 hours. I'm gonna put on the screen some statistics of that ride. I've ridden 2 hours, and this saddle is not comfortable. This is a not comfortable saddle. It's hard. I have a wider ass, and I could feel some discomfort after 1.5 hours of riding. So either it gets better with time, or I'm going to change it later on when third-party manufacturers will start to produce for this type of motorcycle. So in its original form, the saddle is not very comfortable. Okay, now as I said, the position of my knees is okay. the triangle between the hands, the head and the knees is, in my opinion, proper, even for my height, so I see no problem here. The wind protection. This wind protector, wind deflector is absolutely amazing. As I said also on the short that I did yesterday, it is better than my 890, and my 890 has the Rode Garage windscreen, but this windscreen is absolutely fabulous. I've ridden between 70 kilometers per hour and 120 on the highway continuously, and behind lorries, behind big trucks, never had any problem of wobbling, of moving from lane to lane. Nothing compares to this windscreen. I had, you know very well, if you follow me for some time, I had a CRF 300L. With that motorcycle, I was all over the place and I felt a little discomfort when I had the highway stretches. This one has no problems whatsoever. The wind gets a little bit over my head and I can feel a little bit of pressure here in the shoulders, but nothing that you cannot support or you cannot sustain for many hours if the saddle allows it. Okay, now let's discuss a little bit about the construction and the chassis. This motorcycle is it's very narrow, it's very nimble, it's very flickable in the traffic, and I feel that it is really suited, really well made for off-road riding, but also for city riding. And getting from point A to point B in the city is a breeze. It's wonderful. It makes it very easy, and because you're reaching with both feet on the ground, you'll have no problem moving with this motorcycle in the town. Another thing about the construction of this motorcycle, and specifically when you take your motorcycle from the dealer, please check this side here. Let me get a close-up for you. So please check this side here. This is the clutch cable, and when it firstly came, the motorcycle, it was brand new, freshly out of the box. I found this nut here mounted here, and this cable was wobbly, very wobbly. Now I asked my mechanic friend from the dealer to move it from here to here, so please check this. I've heard and I saw some reports on the KTM 390 forum that it happened to some of the people, so don't forget to check that out when you will receive your motorcycle. Okay. Now guys, be careful here at the rear shock absorber. As you can see, the shock absorber is mounted on the swing arm. It's on the lateral side, is not anymore on the center, and it is directly exposed to the debris, water, sand, I don't know, pebbles that comes from the wheel. For this reason, 100% sure we need to protect our shock absorbers with some neoprene, I don't know, you know, those socks, those MX socks that you put that are made from neoprene. I think this is a good solution. I don't know which other solution we could have here to protect the rod of the shock and the shock itself for damaged seals and later on a damaged shock absorber. So yeah, this will be one of the highest priority to protect it from the debris and the water coming from the wheel. Now it is not a small motorcycle. Very soon down the video, as we progress, I will compare it and I will put it next to my A90 for you to see that this is not a small motorcycle. In fact, this is a full-size motorcycle. Although it's a 390, it is a full-size motorcycle, and it is a very light motorcycle, as I stated earlier, with its flick up, with its ability to handle the traffic so well. So although it is a full-size motorcycle, it is a very lightweight one. in my opinion, 176 kilograms without doing anything to it wet. What I mean by doing anything to it, by putting lithium battery, by removing the catalytic converter, by putting OEM pipe. This, I think you could shave minimum 8 kilograms with this, okay? So considering this, with 20 kilograms of luggage, where you are well below 200, so in my opinion, this is a perfect number, especially for people who are interested in adventure riding with it. Now, some people ask me, because it's part of the construction of the motorcycle, to also showcase the place under the seat. Let's take a look under the seat and see what the motorcycle has to offer. Yeah, so we're gonna place the key here. Let's see which, okay. Okay, the seat comes down very, very fast. The underbelly of the seat looks like this, okay? And you have place under the seat. You will find the second key here and the card. This one is very important because if you lose your keys with this barcode, you will order another one. You have here a tool case, and let's see inside the tool case, the toolkit, sorry, because KTM provides us with some level of tools. You have a 14-17 wrench, you have a screwdriver, flathead and cross, and you have some different Allen keys and 2 O-rings. That's it. These are the tools that you will receive with the motorcycle, and those tools will be placed here. It's a small place, it's not very big. Yeah, but other than this, there is not much to play with. There is a little bit of space here, maybe. Yeah, and this is how it looks under the seat. Of course, very soon I'm gonna control the motorcycle from the front wheel to the back wheel to see which type of tools I need in case of emergency on the side of the road, and I will make my own toolkit, and at the time I will present it to you guys just for a source of inspiration. Now let's discuss a little bit about electronics. As we switch on the bike, you will be greeted with this display. It's the standard display, and if you press the return button, the function that, or sorry, the message that prompts with the side stand will disappear. And we have the possibility to choose our 4 data important for us here, like a trip, like average speed, time, I don't know. Here on the left you have the kilometers remaining until fuel. Here we have the gear indicator, here we have the temperature of the coolant, and here is the mode that you are in. If we press this is the menu button, okay? If we press this, then we go inside the menu of the motorcycle. So we have the motorcycle, and again we need to press the arrow pointing to the right, and we go into configuration of the menu of the motorcycle. So we have the possibility here to choose the ride mode. Again, we're going to press the enter or the right arrow, and we have the possibility to choose between off-road, rain and street. And as you can see, as we change, the graphic of the bike changes. Okay, I have it set now in the off-road mode because it's the most aggressive one and I like it. Now we have the possibility, if we go with the arrow down, to configure off-road, and we configure the ABS, which can be road or off-road. I have it of course in road because I rode on the highway yesterday. Then the traction control, you have the possibility to turn it off or on, or to leave it on. We have, of course, I leave it on for the street. We have the quick shifter plus, which can be turned off or on. Of course, I have it on for 1,500 kilometers until I have to pay it again. Then the throttle response, which can be configured as off-road, rain or street. And I have it in off-road because it is the most aggressive one and I like it. And now this is the interesting one, display, which can be standard, the display that we saw earlier when I powered up the motorcycle, or reduced. And let's put it to reduce. That means we confirm again here. And if we get out, this is what you see. So you see the gear indicator, you see the speed, you see the riding mode that you're in, the clock, and the fuel. That's it. And let me tell you guys, I can confirm to you that this reduced type of display, it's absolutely wonderful. It's minimalist. I love it, and you can see it very clearly during the sunlight. Okay, now if we go back again to the menu, the second one is this one called Info, and again we confirm with the right side, and we have trip 1, which shows us the distance, the fuel consumption. Take a look, guys, 3.6 liter per 100 kilometers, like a scooter, The trip time and the average speed. Same situation for trip number 2, the fuel range. We have the coolant temperature, we have the battery voltage, we have the odometer. As you can see, I have 151 kilometers, clock and date, service. Here shows you the software version and when the service is due, okay, and some warnings, if we have warnings. So I had one warning in which I forgot that my side stand was folded and I could not continue. Now, if we go down on the menu, there is a grayed out menu with the navigation options. I haven't tried it. I don't know how it works. I will, and I will report it later. We have the music. If we go inside, we can switch if we are connected with the phone or with the Cardo or Senna, what we have. We can have the volume up and down, maybe also change the tracks. We have the telephone, which we can see the last calls or our favorites. And we have some settings, okay? Here we have our favorites, what it is, favorite 1, 2, 3, 4, what we want to display. So for example, for favorite 1, we want time, or trip, or speed, consumption, fuel range, and so on and so forward. And in this way we can configure our favorite information to be displayed. Now, the quick selector, of course, we can put functions for the quick selector, for example, the ABS type or the mode. In this way, with the press of a button, the upper arrow, boom, we are in the ABS. We can confirm to turn it off or on for the rear side. Okay, it's the same situation for the down button. For the moment, I have no functions set for them. I will set them later. Then we have the connectivity with the phone. We have the shift light. Shift light menu is not available below 1000 kilometers. So, yeah, I don't know what's this one. Maybe it's the confirmation that you need to shift. It's a shift help, maybe. We have the clock and date. We have the units set in kilometers or miles. Okay, and we have the temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit, consumption, liter per 100 kilometers or kilometers per liter. Okay, and we have the language. We have a heating function. Of course, when the KTM OEM power parts will be available for everybody, we can put our heated grips or maybe heated seat directly inside our motorcycle. We have some extra functions here. Call, audio, turn-by-turn navigation. If I go inside, nothing happens. Quick shifter, nothing happens. Remote control mode, nothing happens. So I don't know what's these all extra functions. And that's it. This is the display. This is how it's working. I will set my display mode in the standard mode because I like to have a little bit more information. But be sure that when I'm riding off-road, I will for sure use the reduced display or the minimalist display that this motorcycle has to offer. Now I want to present to you a little bit the dash area. So again, this is what you see when you ride the motorcycle. Here on the left side, there is a USB-C port for charging the phone or the navigator. And speaking about navigator, here there is a plate. I will remove that plate, and there are two thread nuts inside on which you can mount your GPS mount to have the access to the GPS, right? It's interesting that they have put a plate here just to help with the routings of the cable with whatever we have installed there. So it's really nice. It keeps things nice and tidy. I have already changed last evening the protection, the original orange protection. It was, you know, wind protection or flies protection, is not a proper fall protection. I don't know, I really cannot remember the name or the brand for this one, but I suspect it is a OEM KTM protection because it's written on it made in Austria. I don't know for sure, I cannot remember for the life of me which type of hand guards there are, but it fitted perfectly. It took me 5 minutes and everything is perfect, nothing is touching. So take a look on the KTM site, maybe these are the ones. Let me show them to you how they look also from the outside. They are looking like this. And yeah, that's about it. It's a simple setup. I also changed the mirrors. I put some Vicma foldable mirrors. I'm not quite happy with them because I need an extender for the mirror to put them a little bit up, and I need to move them a little bit to the front. The same situation here, a little bit up and to the front. I will fiddle with it later when I will have time. Please try to imagine that I only had this bike since yesterday. Yeah, this is the dash area. This is what you can see when you ride. Now, I would like to speak to you a little bit about this engine and the behavior it has in the different modes. I've ridden yesterday street mode and off-road mode. In the street mode, look, guys, a lot of, or 2-3 YouTubers complained about not having low-end power. I couldn't find that complaint. I mean, if I was riding, or maybe I'm used to ride smaller motorcycles which they need a little bit more get-go, but I couldn't complain. I ride the same way with my A90, and in the first gear, second gear, from the bottom up, the motorcycle goes. It just goes. You will see a little bit from the footage that I put on the screen that I had no problems with the engine up until 5,000 kilometers. Of course, after 5,000 kilometers, this one is a beast. In the road mode, it takes a little bit longer to reach those revs, but in the off-road mode, wow, it's the motorcycle changes completely. You cannot imagine. It changes the behavior. It revs much faster. It is much responsive, much crisper, and I absolutely love it. That's why I left my riding mode on off-road with the traction control on and with the ABS set to road. That means the rear wheel activated as well because I was riding the highway and in the city. So yeah, the difference between the off-road mode and the road mode is this: the behavior when you twist the throttle. It's just that in the off. I recommend to you to leave it in off-road and forget it there because you will absolutely love it. Road is not bad. Rain I haven't even tried, maybe for the beginners to put them in road or rain mode, but for me off-road mode is absolutely perfect. Because it is a 5.2 euro emission standard, it has a little bit of jerky throttle. Okay, it has a little bit of that jerkiness, of that boom, boom. It's not very disturbing, and you get used to it as time passes and as you ride more, but it is there. It's not like an old motorcycle where you have linear power. You just open the throttle and the motorcycle goes to reach the peak power and the peak torque, and it is not that. It is just a little bit jerkier. Now, because we are in the engine section, I want to speak to you about my biggest surprise of all regarding this engine. And that is the shift gear. The shifting gear. And that is shifting with this motorcycle. This motorcycle is buttery smooth. As I said yesterday on the shorts, I have never had a motorcycle who shifted that nice, that buttery smooth, that precise. No jerkiness, no hesitation, nothing. It's just boom, 1, 2, 3, 4 until 6, and you cannot hear anything. You cannot feel in the leg anything. There is a small feedback from the lever, but it's nothing. Nothing obtrusive, is nothing that I don't know, makes you feel uncomfortable. It is the most advanced shifting yeah, I've ever had on a motorcycle. And I've owned, mind you, a lot of motorcycles, and I still have my A90 and my 1250. It shifts way better, way smoother than those motorcycles. So yeah, this is a huge plus for this gem of an engine. Yeah, so consumption. As you know, I'm in a braking period, so I'm not allowed to go. Okay, my mechanic said not more than 5, maximum 6,000. The limit is 10,000, so I have ranged between 5,000 and maximum 7,000. The consumption, as you saw, is 3.6. It's like a scooter, 3.6 liter per 100 kilometers. This one has 14 liters, which gave us, or will give us, a range of 380. This is the calculated range. But on all honesty, if I have 320 kilometers in reality, I'm more than happy, more than happy. So this is the consumption of this motorcycle, and I'm still in the braking period. Yeah, and because yesterday was a very hot day, and I took the motorcycle from the dealer in Bucharest all the way to my home here, 150 kilometers away, and I rode through that horrible Bucharest traffic. I was curious to see the coolant temperature. Guys, it never exceeded 80, 82 degrees Celsius. So in my opinion, this motorcycle runs cool. Of course, the fan, I heard the fan starting and switching on and switching off, and of course it's normal. But yeah, I've 82 centigrades Celsius. In my opinion, it's a very good value for this motorcycle. Now let's discuss a little bit about the lights. As you will see in the image, last night, I took the motorcycle out of the garage and I tested the light. I switched the motorcycle on and switched on the short light and the long light. And yeah, the short light, it's feeling very, very nice, the space. The long light is just a spot, is just a dot. Of course, it's not a proper test. I will have to test this motorcycle while riding on the street in the pitch dark to see how the light is behaving. But yeah, from what I saw last evening, I liked it. Yeah, it's quite nice. And as you see, the buttons are back illuminated, which is a huge plus for the price of this motorcycle. And another extra, guys, another extra which was again surprising for me, because I have this option only on my 1250, which you know the price of that motorcycle. This motorcycle has self-canceling turning signals. Can you imagine? As you see now in the image, when I tested it, it blinks for, I don't know, 9-10 seconds, and then the switch is turned off. So Matthias and Rob, sorry, we cannot play What Are You Blinking About anymore. It's really, really cool. It was a surprise for me because of the price of the motorcycle. As you probably know, when you want to leave, right, and you turn the motorcycle up and you put the side stand up, okay, if you put it like this, nothing happens. But if you put it down with it goes the passenger foot peg. And I might have a solution. I will try it, guys, and let you know. As you can see here, I hope you can see, there is a small ball, and here there is a plate with, in front it has a hole, and in the back it has an indentation, not a hole. it is the same situation, up like down. It has only an indentation but not a hole. I will remove this, I will take out the plate and put a hole in it to see if those small balls are better locking in when and not coming out when you're putting down or putting up the center, the side stand. This is how the motorcycles are looking standing one next to the other. I have here the 890, we have the 390, and of course, if you take a look from the back, the 890 it's wider. Of course, it has the fuel lobes there. This one is much slimmer. It has a slimmer profile, and this is how I look standing next to the 390. So again, I'm 183, sorry, and the saddle is here, but this motorcycle leans a little bit further away than the 890. The 390 leans further away, and if you take a look here, it's almost the same. It's almost the same. The curious thing about this is that on the 890, as you can see, I'm tippy-toeing. Maybe the suspension setup, it's not quite the same as the 390, or the motorcycle is wider because I'm a little bit tippy-toeing, not much, but a little bit more than the 390. For the 390, you already saw in the ergonomics presentation that I can flat foot without any problem. So one more time, let's take one more look on the 390 against or next to the 890. Okay, they look like this. Yeah, this is how they look from the front. Both beautiful looking bikes. This one, maybe it's just my impression, but the 390 leans a little bit further away than this one. I don't know. I might be making a mistake, but I don't know. It's just my impression. Now at the end, guys, this was my initial review with a small presentation for the motorcycle. I absolutely love it. I think we're gonna have a really nice relationship, me and her. Anyway, I bought it, I paid it. I paid 7,000 euro with all the taxes included. I paid it in June. I took it yesterday, so today is 29th of July. Yesterday, 28th of July, I took it. So that was the price, 7,000 euro. I paid something like, I don't know, below 100 euro for the registration on my name. And now I have the insurance, the registration, the bike is street legal. I can go anywhere, I can do whatever I want with it. I will have my 1,000 kilometer with it before changing the oil, and in the meantime I'm gonna make videos. I'm gonna pile up the videos for reports for you guys with suspension setup, sag setup, how it behaves in off-road. Yeah, everything that you could possibly want to know. And by the way, please comment in the section below if there is another curiosity that you have in relation to this motorcycle. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to this channel if you are not already, and enjoy life because it is really wonderful. Ciao.